the thing is,
They will cut your hand at the ballot.
I was gonna say I don't understand, but I do understand.
You gotta understand why the white people are not, bro. Come on.
Yeah, the thing is,
You gotta understand.
I understand it, but the thing is, and this is the scary part, it's medium uproar right now.
Yeah.
If you see, like when Kwasi Kwarteng was in,
Yeah.
Bruv, he was allowing people to call him Kwasi. What is that?
Kwasi?
Off that guy anyway. But like,
How many days did he last? 15 days?
I don't know.
I don't even know how long was in there.
She dropped him out real quick.
Wasn't he like a pro rata contract? Like, you know when you lot know what I'm talking about.
A rolling day
you know when, when you go and get your contract, your first contract, and they're like,
like the NBA where they give you 10-day contracts.
Your first bill is gonna be more than the monthly subscription because it's gonna include something like 13 days from this month because of the billing date. That's what he was. Like, that man was pro rated in there, bro.
Wet back as sun, boy.
But we do understand why the white people are in uproar. Not all of them, but some of them are.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, when people said, "Oh, can you imagine a white person running Nigeria?" I said, "Yes, I can actually see it happening," because of how inclusive and how silly we are in Nigeria. I can see that happening.
There was was it Nigeria that there's a Chinese prison in Nigeria? Was it Nigeria that?
In a Chinese prison.
The Chinese have opened a prison.
Oh, I'm not surprised. The Chinese are running. Well, not running Africa, but they've got themselves into Africa now. So I'm not surprised.
But anyway.
But you can't be upset at the English or the whites being upset that an Indian man is running their country. Let's just, as much as they might like a bit of vindaloo, local masala curry on the left and right and side, you can't. Like, I understand why they're upset. As much as they've done all their colonialism and they've destroyed all of these countries, I don't think they really want to see Rishi standing up, at the podium doing his.
Bruv,
speech.
It's very now. It's very peak,
As
There's
in,
two, bruv. That's the conversation that's happening in some of these houses where man them are dropping home Becky and
yeah, of course.
It's like, oh, there's two of them now.
Yeah, because there's Rishi and what's the other woman's name?
No, I wasn't even talking about him. I was talking about Sadiq Khan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's the other. What's the other? What's her name? Pretty Patel still about?
No, she.
Not Pretty Patel. What's not her? What's the other one? Not Pretty Patel. There's a new one
as well.
No, she got dropped.
She's gone. Do you know what's mad though? I think they're kind of more forgiving of Sadiq because it's London, and he kind of represents London a bit. But you see where Rishi is for the whole country, they're not with that.
Remember the guy said on
LBC
85%.
Bruv, oh my days.
Country 85% white.
And this was a soldier. This was a soldier saying, and at the end of the conversation, they got down to the nitty gritty, which was, you're mad because he's brown. And he doesn't, you're mad because he's brown and he doesn't represent. And they were like, yeah, that's it.
But I think it's understandable though, no? You don't think so?
Yeah, it's understandable. It's understandable for them. I can't identify. I've never, you see, as somebody who resides here.
No, they'll see it.
As somebody who.
No, I think you got to stand there and help them.
Yeah.
I think you got to stand there and help them with that step.
If we drop it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. You got to stand there and help them with that step.
Leave that in there.
Yeah, you got to.
I feel like, in terms of the representation, I don't know. It's a bit of a tricky question because you see, when I went to, like, when I'm back home, I feel there's certain things that are you don't even think about. You don't think about the color of, but you don't see white politicians.
Yeah.
And so these people are my people. You just look at these people and you're like, they're my people. So you don't even think about it. So I don't know. You have to leave that. I'll come back to me on that one.
No, I can get their point. And anyone that can't get their point, I find it funny.
No, I fully understand it.
England's very multicultural, so therefore it's a bit.
No, I get the point. I'm just saying in terms of
catch the train out of London. Innit? If you played sports like rugby growing up, you see that majority of, like you said, England being multicultural is London, Manchester, Birmingham.
Yeah.
Go outside of it.
You don't see us,
bro. There will be times where you might be the only black man within 20-30 mile radius.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get it fully. Like, you think I'll be happy when I see in Nigeria, let's say like the whole of Parliament was white. Come on, man.
You wouldn't like it.
You'd be vexed.
You wouldn't like it. So I get their point, but at the same time, you've colonized, and I say you in generally, you've colonized, bearing in mind that the Queen was still sovereign to Jamaica. And people don't realize that the Queen is technically, it's not technically, she's sovereign to Jamaica, she's the Queen of Jamaica. So when you want to talk about all of these politics in regards to a brown person running England, you guys have destroyed several countries, and even till now, you still got your hands in there.
Still fondling in the panties. Yeah, no, I hear that.
So where's your mind at?
And to be fair, the reason why most people of what they're trying to put us in that community are here is due to them.
Yeah, that's why we're here. Yeah. They brought us here to build up their country. So,
because if they didn't mess up back home, most of us probably won't be here.
Yeah. You not seen Woman King yet?
Yes. Before we go there, sorry, I think one thing that I have to add as well.
Wait till them not come.
You know, the problem that I have is we have so many. If a white woman speaks Yoruba and eats Nigerian food,
praised.
Yeah.
We celebrate.
Yeah.
She will be a hero.
Yeah.
She will be. She'll be like.
She'll be knighted.
You literally took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, sorry, pause. And
that's not a pause, though, man.
I don't know. You can never be too sure here, innit? So you just got to double check. All right, cool, thanks. But the thing is, that person will be celebrated.
Yeah.
Same in Ghana, same in most of Africa, that person will be celebrated. Whereas on the flip side, like, people, look how upset people were when Stormzy was in his bag.
Yeah.
When he started, because he stayed in, like, and I'm so happy to see that. But when he first started to get in his bag, people were like, he's black, he's African, he's this, he's that. And it's like, it just, I don't understand the, well, I do understand, but yeah.
You gotta get it, but we're very inclusive as black people, we're too accommodating. And I always give an example of saying, okay, and once, this is not a shot at anybody, I just want to put things in perspective. In the UK, who would you say is the biggest Afrobeats DJ?
Neptizzle.
Okay. Who would you say is the biggest hip-hop DJ in the UK? The gatekeeper.
Charlie Sloth or that guy that got cancelled.
Okay. Who would you say is the biggest dancehall reggae?
Rodigan.
Yeah.
How many of those three people you mentioned are black?
None.
Not one. And that's the problem with too inclusive.
Good morning, darling.
Way too inclusive. Way too inclusive.
Welcome, Fiona. And Grace, she's been here before.
Thank you.
She's not on UV2 channel, so.
No.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shiz.
Welcome.
Appreciate that.
Fiona, tell them what you do.
I'm a DJ, presenter, producer, just all round creative.
Woman King. Your thoughts? Why haven't you?
Obviously, it's not a slavery film, so I wouldn't say it is, but I think it just kind of shows. I hate seeing black women in aggressive spears and chucking. It's just too much for me. I don't think we see enough Hollywood films of black women being soft, and I just think it's just going back into the whole, do we need another slavery type film again? And when I asked someone the other day of how many films you've seen in Hollywood where black women are depicted as soft, unless someone can kind of
enlighten you.
That's, you know what, that's an interesting perspective. That didn't come into my mind at all. At all.
But I haven't watched it, so maybe if Grace can, what did you get from it? Because I haven't watched it, so maybe I'm talking from a wrong.
I feel like it's a good movie. I feel like it's more of a woman empowerment kind of movie. I think it's one thing it does show though is that no matter how strong you are, women are very emotional people. So our emotions are actually our strengths. So instead of us trying to have the strength of like physical strength and everything, I just think people need to focus more on their actual emotional strengths, because that's where we are powerful from our emotions. Okay. I personally feel like women need to stop trying to be men.
Would you say that? Would you say it showed,
oh darn!
Would you say it showed women in a vulnerable state? Because all I saw from it was just a Viola Davis at the front line, ready to start.
Me watching it, in my opinion, I may be wrong because I know people like to come for me, but you realised the women are more stronger when they use their emotions in there. People will disagree because of something that did happen, but the strength came when they were in tune with their emotion. When they were out tune of their emotion, have you watched it? Yeah. So you understand. When they were out of tune with their emotions, you know, they were just trying to follow what they know of, but it's not genetically in you, so you don't understand how strength works, because we're not naturally strong creatures. We're more soft, subtle, and we work on our emotions. When you watch movies where like the woman is, you know, manipulative and persuasive, she gets what she wants quicker than trying to fight. So that's my opinion.
Do you feel that in that film that the men could have stood up? or where were the men in it?
Okay, you haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can answer that.
I was gonna say, I feel like in this film, the men were insignificant.
Yeah.
They, even like, John Boyega did his thing. Like he absolutely played an uncle, and
I wouldn't say he played an uncle. I'll say he played a rich kid. When I look at him, I relate to Nigerian rich kids.
Okay, perhaps I can't really.
Okay.
I don't really have any experience, so I can't necessarily relate to that. I feel as though his character could have and maybe should have been older, but then.
No, but remember the story was he took the position from his father.
Yeah,
so him being young was okay.
I mean, in terms of how he played the character.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? But no, the men were insignificant in this film. Completely. The men were irrational. They were erratic. They were
The men.
Yeah.
But does that not prove my point of when the opposite?
What's funny for you? What's funny?
No, but I'm not
Don't.
disagreeing.
Yeah, that's what I said. When
Don't do it.
In terms of the balance and
Starting already.
when the balances swap over and do what they're not meant to do, it just throws it off.
So who's not meant to do something? So? I'm trying to pick out what's right.
So I feel like what they did in the movie is they gave what a typical male's role was to the women and a woman's role. I'm stuttering because I know where you're going.
No, I didn't even say anything.
You don't
need to say anything. That's the thing. You've said enough.
Listen, my advice is if women were to just be women and be soft, yes, I'm not a feminist, but if we were to be soft, if we were to take the strength of our emotions and be manipulative and being all of those persuasive stuff, we'll be stronger than men.